Fourth season, when we were able to be as serialized as we wanted, we had earned it versus being given that. I wonder if some early young shows rely so much on serialization and the comfort of that they don't build some of this foundational structure that we're talking about that a non-serialized show sort of forces you to do.
Yeah, it was an interesting rhythm to season one because you would think of individual episodes still, even though there was like an ongoing story that was serialized over the length of it, you still were sort of picking your shots and saying, okay, what's the rhythm of the story we're telling to the audience? So, okay, we're going to do this one that's more of a procedural, we're going to do this one that's more character, now we're going to change up the pace. I remember distinctly you at one point said, we need the big match. Remember that? What was the name of that episode? It was an all-in-action episode. It was primarily
David and Bradley.
David and Bradley's where they go and they attack the Cylon refinery or whatever on the planet.
Right.
And you, at one point you just said, in the stories that we've taken now, it's been really character stuff and a lot of mythology. We need the big match. We need that one episode that's just about, let's go and kick some ass and blow something up. And it was very insightful because if you stepped back and you looked at the flow of season one, we didn't need the Big Mac at about that point because it kind of gave the audience something else to sort of hang on to. So yeah, the danger of serialization is that you get almost into a monotone where you're telling they all have a similar kind of beat and pace and it's all one long thing. And when you can kind of do this interesting mixture of episodic and serialization, you can take the audience on more interesting journeys.
Now that it's been so long with the show and it's
Two more guys.
what do you think the legacy of Battlestar is?
I don't know, that's hard to say. It's like, people tell us what the legacy is all the time. I mean, for us, at least for me, it's just...
Tombstone material.
Yeah. It's the first line of your opening. It's like, it was such an intense personal experience for all of us who did it, and it felt very much like a family of people that came together, and we believed in the show, and we just believed that someday people were going to love us, and we really wanted that to be true. Now it's amazing that it is true so many years later, but it was just you were working on it in a bubble at the time of just us, and we were the true believers in this bunker, and we were just all determined, and it was the entire production, the grips and the set deck people, they just went above and beyond the call because they believed in the show, the extras believed in the show, the art department, everybody believed so fervently in what we were doing, and it's hard to capture that again. It's hard to imagine being part of something that was like that.
Yeah, I mean, totally agree with that. And for me, the legacy is if some little kid coming up with an idea for a science fiction show can think to herself, I don't need to make this goofy or silly or popcorny or fantastical or escapist. I can actually make this good. I can actually make this resonant with today's times. There is a long list of people she would attribute that ability to, but if we can join that list of folks who can go, yeah, you can make science fiction and it's actually good. It's not cheesy, it's not escapist, it's not silly, it's good, it's resonant, it's timely, it's human, then that's when I would think the show's legacy was important. And every time we do one of these, I get a little more hopeful that day's coming.
Thank you.
Hand to God was the big one. Yes, Hand to God was the big one.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Before you leave, what's your mom's name so I can give her a shout?
Toby Stoffa.
Spell it.
Stoffa. Toby like that.